Peaks is just like Battle for Azeroth in a very micro sense of the word, because it's Horde versus Alliance and that endless conflict. Even though every once in a while we get together, hey, we got to get together and kill Illidan. He's a danger to the entire planet. We got to get together and kill the Lich King. He's a danger to the entire planet. Let's stop our fighting. Let's stop our war so we can get together and kill. I mean, it just goes on. Deathwing. We got to kill Deathwing. So yeah, this is just more of the same. You know, it just doesn't make sense, but whatever. I like a PvP focused expansion. Hopefully it'll generate some interest in PvP, because everything is going to be PvP. There's going to be that spirit of PvP out there, and hopefully Demon Hunters get nerfed. I mean, I do have a guacamole bowl and some other things that definitely look good on a Mexican menu, but yeah. Oh, I'm so tough. Me and 4 other players took out a warrior. I'm surprised we were able to beat him, to be honest with you. Oh, there's a Demon Hunter. It's got the mobility of air. Just like, and the healing capacity. Unbelievable healing capacity. So, as always, I stand outside the field of battle and just flail my arrows towards everyone. I used to absolutely love, what's this ability? God, I think I have Alzheimer's. The one that, I can't even think of the name. Oh my God, I'm terrible. But the ability that you substitute Arcane Shot for, because Arcane Shot was very, very boring for MM, because it's just like, you're just constantly spamming it in order to do damage, generate any kind of focus. And I gotta say, Arcane Shot works a lot better if you're gonna go with your buff, because it doesn't necessarily work as well with the other ability whose name still... Oh, there goes my my money making on this video. Get demonetized because the guy says First Blood, starring Sylvester Stallone. Look at this. You see, this is the key to getting a lot of kills in a battleground. You kind of stay with the group. And if there is no group in your battleground, well, then you're basically screwed, because chances are the other team has a group. And that's what it really comes down to. It really does. Now, if you find 2 groups that clash, or 2 factions, or 2 teams that clash each other, and they're both in groups, if you lose that battle, you're going to probably lose the battleground. Because you have that clash, and it's mano a mano, and everybody's up against it, and boom. If someone prevails, and usually if someone prevails dominantly, I should state that you're going to end up losing that battleground. But that's just my thoughts. What are your thoughts on that? But I do believe that I'm on the right side of a pre-made for a change here, because it's very rare that you see these groups cluster together like this unless they're a pre-made. And I'm not talking a pre-made of 3 people, 4 people. I'm talking 2 groups of 3, 4, 2 groups of 5. It occurs. It does happen, and it's not supposed to happen. So now the Horde are coming after us, and there's 2 Demon Hunters, one going after the flag carrier, the other guy checking out, going upstairs to get a burger or something. Now he comes down like, ooh, surprise, nobody noticed me. Actually, it's a pretty good approach on his point, because he was out of harm's way, and that actually kind of worked. And we got the cap. Good job by our flag carrier there. Now I just got to try to finish off the place. Nothing like a ton of hots on a bear. It's just a bad combo to try and take someone out. So, gotta stop him. Gotta stop him. He's trying to get out. Look at that mobility. If that was any other class, they would just be stuck there. They wouldn't be able to even move an inch. They would be stuck. They would just be part of the cement. They would be stuck. They couldn't do anything. Such incredible mobility on Demon Hunter. And I was looking at the alpha, beta, whatever you want to call for BFA and Demon Hunters, and it seems like Metamorphosis, as far as the leech aspect of it, if I'm not mistaken, it's getting nerfed massively. You know, this was Blizzard just stating, okay, hero class. Everybody who doesn't know how to play their class, play a Demon Hunter. And when you have that kind of mentality, we saw that mentality with Death Knights in Wrath of the Lich King. We didn't necessarily see it with monks because they weren't intended to be a hero class. They weren't as strong. But when it comes to demon hunters, yeah, they were really strong. And then what happens, you find yourself in a position where, okay, well, if I don't play a demon hunter, I can't be competitive. That becomes a problem. Now, of course, in 2v2s, or, well, not even necessarily 2v2s, but in 3v3s, which is what everybody considers the respectable icon and measurement of true PvP talent, which I disagree with, but okay, I get it. You have a point. The fact is, not a lot of demon hunters fit into those composites. They don't fit into those groups. But when you're talking about 2v2 combat, you're talking about battlegrounds, yeah, they're extraordinarily strong. Extraordinarily strong. And in order to compete, you kind of feel this necessity to play that class. And that's when you realize that a class is genuinely overpowered. When you kind of say, well, the only way I could really compete is if I play that class. That's really it. And I play a lot of classes, so I've gone at them. I mean, yes, some classes I'm better against them than others. As my hunter, I have less than a 50-50 shot against a bad demon hunter. It's just extraordinarily difficult to take them down. And a big part of the problem with that is you can't slow them down. In the past, you were able to slow down warriors. You were able to slow down rogues. You were able to slow down Death Knights. You were able to slow down monks, for example. You were able to slow them down. But when WoD hit, a lot of the ranged abilities that players had that removed snares or gave them some kind of mobility or even just gave them that extra CC to prevent a melee from just going to town in front of your face and you not being able to do anything about it went by the wayside. And I don't know if what we're going to see going forward in Battle for Azeroth. I don't know if it's time for ranged classes to step back into the limelight, or are we going to have another X-Pack where melee is grossly overpowered. Absolutely grossly overpowered. And Blizzard knows this. This is the way Blizzard intends the game to be. Oh, by the way, I was going to make a concerted effort here not to criticize Blizzard, not to criticize WoW PvP, but I guess I fucking failed. Oh well. As I run as fast as I can for healing. Let the healing begin. It's like sexual healing, like Marvin Gaye used to say. And as you can see, my team all bunched together. Definitely, I'm on the right side of a pre-made here, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people surrounding the flag carrier, and I have good position. I'm just basically focusing down this warrior. I mean, if you get in this position as a range player where you're able to be on the outskirts the majority of the time and focus down melee, you're going to get a lot of kills. You're going to do extraordinarily well. And that's precisely what I'm able to do. And I think that's not skill on my part. I mean, it's me taking advantage of the situation and the opportunity as I see it. But the fact is, it's my team being able to be clustered together and be a force to be reckoned with, which gives me an opportunity to be a force to be reckoned with. The fact is, good players make good players better. Very rarely, you get people saying, well, I carried this guy in 2s or I carried this guy in 3s. The reality is the most you're going to carry somebody is to maybe a 500 record. You're not going to carry people to 600-700% winning percentage. It's just not going to happen. You don't do it. It doesn't exist. It doesn't happen. I mean, you guys could disagree. I'd love to have some discussion about this. But my point is, I mean, I've even watched streams of someone like Bazira, who unquestionably is a highly skilled warrior, whether he's playing ARMS or his pet project or his favorite, which is Fury. And he was actually playing his DK. He was playing a Frost DK. And he was doing 3s. And his win percentage with 2 other players, one of which was Demon Hunter, who was very good and definitely complimented him, because there's nothing like Remorseless Winter along with Chaos Nova. That's a lethal combination for any healer or just about anybody you could catch up with. But their healer was kind of subpar. And the fact of the matter is, their record was below 500. And here's a guy who's extraordinarily skilled, and he wasn't able to elevate that team to a 600-700 winning percentage. And that brings my point. The mark of a true champion is someone who makes good players better. Someone who turns good players into champions. Not necessarily bad players into average players or average players into good players. Occasionally that does happen. But we're speaking the majority of the time here. And the fact is, it's very, very rare. So when people say, oh, I carried this guy. No. Especially not with normalized gear. That kind of thing is not happening. When people were stacked up with gear, where they were stacked up with a certain secondary stat, with gems and enchants and better gear than other people, yeah, you had a huge advantage and you were able to take advantage of that and probably carry somebody. But in this world of normalized gear, where someone who has a 30 eye level advantage on you maybe has a 3 to 5% advantage, no, you're not carrying. Uh-oh. Well, we still have the lead, so we're okay. Am I really dead? No. See, I'm faking it. Still just fake it. Make sure there's nobody around before you wake up. Time to go to school. Come on, wake up. It's time to go to school. Oh, I think I'm eating something. Okay. Off we go. Back to the battle. Nothing like playing dead in the middle of war to build the camaraderie of your team, right? But I just wanted to throw out a little bit of thought, a little bit of discussion. Let's get it going about carrying people in Battlegrounds, in 2s and 3s. How much can you really carry them? Do you really think in this realm of normalized gear, people can be carried to 600-700 winning percentages? And if you believe that, do you think a DPS has a better shot at doing that, or super skill? In other words, a super skilled DPS, that they have a better shot at doing that, or a super skilled healer? I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. And incidentally, I do respond to your comments, because I feel if you could take 12 minutes, watch my video, I could take 20 seconds and respond. So I do respond, and certainly we maybe get a little bit of a discussion going on that. And let me know if you guys are looking forward to Battle for Azeroth as a whole. Any features that you're interested in going forward? Do you think these island expeditions with the high-end artificial intelligence, adding a little bit of a different playstyle into the game, going to be something cool? Warfronts, is that going to be something cool? Kind of like a Tol Barad, Wintergraph sort of thing with NPCs, bringing back that old Warcraft feel? Do you think that is going to have an impact for you, something that you're very excited about? What about these allied races? The first wave of them really just kind of seems like a reskin of races we've always known and loved. Going forward, I think they are going to branch out, give themselves more time to, because anytime you introduce a new race, you're looking at new animations, you're looking at, and that's a big, huge, colossal task, because you have to fit them on mounts, you have to fit them in armor, and not just a current tier. You got to go back to vanilla, BC, Wrath of the Lich King, every single X-Pack, all the armor that's been presented, and redo it. Uh-oh. You see what happens when I go off on all these tangents? We are currently officially losing. And I suck, because I'm losing. You see, I subscribe to the school of thought here that it's not about technique. It's not about maximizing your damage or anything. It's about getting the job done. It doesn't matter if it's ugly, just as long as you get the job done. And right now, we're not getting the job done. Although our flag carrier might be getting... You see, this is a perfect situation for me. Getting a warlock stuck in the water. Thanks for the help, bro. Appreciate it. Then again, I got the good old guacamole bowl to help me. It's a number 57 on the Mexican menu, by the way. Really, really good. I suggest you try it, the guacamole. So, yeah. That's not good. Oh, come on. I just want to eat my nachos, dude. What's wrong with you? Oh, no. Dots. I got problems. This ain't going to work out too well for me, yeah. And it's thanks for playing, Lux. Oh, there were 2 warlocks. That sucks. I think we're going to lose. That's not good. I'm not supposed to show this kind of video. I'm supposed to win every video I do. I'm supposed to be top damage in everything. You see? I show it like it is. We happen to lose out of stupidity. Part of it's my fault because I'm going off on tangents. But this is Luxley saying, whatever it is by you, whether it's morning, afternoon, or night, make it epic.